Hey everybody, this is Scott Helvey from Bicycle Garage here in Indianapolis. I am our Chief Operating Officer and co-owner in the business. I've been doing this for about 22 years now, not to date myself too hard, but if anybody has questions, I will probably be the one behind the camera for a few of these as we move forward. Question I think has been posed for a coffee chat about bicycles and how long they are taking to get to market, and also why there are very few options, or at least less options available than what they normally are. So it's a big topic. We could talk about this for probably quite a while, but we'll try to hit the highlights here. I think in general, there are probably three main areas in which why we're seeing a bit of a shortage in bikes. And the first stems back to late in 2019 as the federal government imposed tariffs on in China and other countries in which majority of a large portion of bikes, both at independent bicycle dealers and at mass merchants, are produced. And then you roll into early 2020 and you get the effects of the global pandemic starting to take effect, factories being shut down out of precaution to not spread the COVID-19 virus. And then when you roll further down the funnel as it spreads across the globe, you start to see in early spring the demand, as people see that they are going to be distanced and home and need something to do outside. You're starting to see that demand really increase. And we're talking levels of increase that the bike industry hasn't seen in probably since the oil crisis in the early 70s. So, which most of us, including myself, don't remember. So I think that's kind of the tip of the iceberg, which kind of set things off in 2020. What happened then is, local demand here in Indianapolis and then in the United States dramatically increased. And then on top of that, you've got the same thing happening on a global level. And brands tried to react to that as quickly as possible to increase production. I think what a lot of people don't understand is there's very little supply held at the manufacturing level. So manufacturers or bike brands order components from component brands, whether that's saddles or derailleurs or seat posts or handlebars and stems, and there's a lead time on that because they don't keep manufacturers don't keep those things readily in stock to be able to ship to assemblers. So that can take as much as in a typical year, as much as a 6-month lead time just to get to the place of production or assembly. It takes a few weeks for assembly and paint to happen, and then it takes a month in transit to get here to the United States. So as all that starts to happen in a normal year, you're probably at 8 months to get a bike from the time that all the parts are ordered to actual market. And now instead of 6 months, those lead times are well over a year because of how high demand is. So all the while, bikes continue to sell at retail. People continue to be able to enjoy bikes and early spring weather that we're having now, but demand is still extremely high. People are realizing how great it is to be out on a bicycle, and which is continuing to cause further delays on getting new product. So there are record numbers of products actually shipping into the United States for bicycles in 2021, but the demand still remains very high. And so we will probably continue to see long-term delays through early 2022, depending on how long demand stays high. So I hope this helps everybody that's getting frustrated or anxious by not finding exactly what they want. We're here to help. We're here to do our best. We have a lot of bikes on back order, and we still have a lot of bikes coming in on a weekly basis. So looking forward to your questions, and looking forward to continuing our coffee chats.